Namaskar and welcome to this special program on MahaKumbh 2025, where we take you on a journey through the largest spiritual gathering on earth. DD India was at the heart of this event, bringing you stories of devotion, tradition and transformation. From the digital MahaKumbh Experience Center to the community kitchens serving millions, our team captured the essence of this sacred gathering. Today, we bring you exclusive insights, interviews with our reporters and a special documentary on the significance of MahaKumbh. So stay with us as we take you through this unforgettable experience.
From the Triveni Sangam to the
25 in Prayagraj, and this is the largest.
River Ganga, River Yamuna and Saraswati as well.
No one sleeps hungry. No one sleeps hungry. This is the largest.
DD India covered this mega event from ground zero. And today, I have with me in the studio two of our correspondents. I welcome you, Tapas, and I also welcome you, Akshay. Now, we'll continue this conversation, but before that, one of the most heartwarming aspects of MahaKumbh is the tradition of community kitchens or bhandaras that serve millions of devotees. The scale of these kitchens is extraordinary, ensuring that no pilgrim goes hungry. DD India covered how these kitchens function and the incredible stories of service and dedication behind them. Watch this report.
The MahaKumbh 2025 is not just a spiritual gathering. It's a celebration of unity, love, and devotion. And at the heart of this massive congregation lies the community kitchens, which serves millions of devotees every day.
MahaKumbh is more than just a spiritual gathering. It is a confluence of faith, culture and devotion. Every 12 years, millions of devotees from across the world converged at the Triveni Sangam, the sacred confluence of River Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. But beyond the rituals and prayers, there is another profound aspect of this grand event, seva or selfless service. And at the heart of this service lie the community kitchens, ensuring that no pilgrim goes hungry. But this event is not just about spiritual awakening. It is also about compassion and service. With millions arriving each day, feeding such a vast gathering becomes a monumental task. To ensure that no devotee sleeps hungry, hundreds of community kitchens have been set up across the MahaKumbh grounds, run by ashrams, charitable trusts and volunteers. These kitchens serve thousands of meals round the clock, embodying the true spirit of selfless service.
खाना बहुत अच्छा है, जिस हिसाब से इतने सारे लोगों की व्यवस्था बनाना बहुत बड़ी बात है.
Managing such a large congregation is no easy task. Organizers work tirelessly to ensure the distribution of food happens in an orderly manner, maintaining discipline and hygiene while serving lakhs of people every day.
दिन में लाखों लोग सुबह 11 बजे से लेके 3 बजे तक, शाम का 7 बजे से लेकर 11 बजे तक दोनों टाइम चल रहे हैं. दिन में लाखों श्रद्धालु है यहाँ आके अन्न सेवा का भोजन कर रहे हैं.
MahaKumbh is not just a journey of devotion. It is a journey of self-exploration and community bonding. And for many, sharing a meal at these kitchens add to their spiritual experience, reinforcing the belief that serving others is the highest form of worship.
This is the confluence of love, emotion, devotion, where people from all walks of life come here. These community kitchens play a pivotal role to ensure no one sleeps hungry. And their dedication is a living testament of the power of selflessness and compassion.
Alright, and my colleagues Tapas Bhattacharya and Akshay Dongre were at ground zero and experienced a different journey. Welcome to the studio, Tapas and Akshay again. Tapas, I'll come to you first, but before that, let's watch your report. At the grand spectacle of MahaKumbh, where millions gather for a sacred dip, a unique initiative is making waves. The Chit Shakti Trust has taken up the noble task of spreading India's rich culture and traditions. From their meditation oils to spiritual books, their offerings have captured widespread attention. Our correspondent Tapas Bhattacharya caught up with the Ashish Vyas, Executive Manager of Chit Shakti Trust, to explore how economy, spirituality and the essence of MahaKumbh blend into a powerful narrative.
Welcome to MahaKumbh 2025 in Prayagraj, and this is the largest congregation, religious congregation in the world. And I give you some interesting news. In fact, I have come to this particular place, which is it's called Chit Shakti Trust. And you know, the reason why I'm coming here is that the economy is also being given a major boost with the spiritual intake, with the spiritual thought process. Right now, I'm this particular place. They are selling different kind of religious items. If I may say, do you have these items? Then you have some scents and other stuff which are very important when it comes to spirituality, religious activities. I have with me, what's your name, sir?
My name is Ashish Vyas.
Ashish. Mr. Ashish, we see a lot of activities here. We see a lot of stuff that you guys have made. What is the whole purpose of getting it here in MahaKumbh?
See, when we are at MahaKumbh, we had made an intention that we want to present to the world the products which support their spiritual practices, so that their focus goes inward. Because MahaKumbh is all about finding your own self, residing in your own heart. So when we came here with the intention that through Chit Shakti Trust, we will provide the finest quality spiritual yoga and aroma products at appropriate cost, and become the most trusted and respected entity. So all these products that you see here start with the meditation oil, which you can use while doing any religious puja or simply doing your spiritual practices.
These books are quite spiritual in nature, giving a in-depth analysis of how the Sanatan Dharma has progressed over the years. It gives an insight in that.
These are meditation asanas. So when you do your spiritual practices or any rituals, you should sit on an asana that is made of white wool. So the white wool that we have brought here is pure quality. It's very high grade quality.
So basically, going back in time, when these things were practiced in its originality, right? Am I right? These people have been talking about there is economy, there is spirituality, and at the same time, it showcases India's rich culture and tradition. This is Tapas Bhattacharya for DD India from Prayagraj.
Tapas, we just saw this wonderful story by you, and as a reporter, when you go to ground zero, it's altogether a different experience, and especially when it comes to the largest religious gathering on the planet. What was that something unique which you witnessed, when you went to MahaKumbh?
Well, there are plenty of things, and there are things that we can talk about, but the most important part was faith, and I'm sure Akshay will agree with me. When it comes to faith, we saw that largest congregation of people coming there. And it's huge number you're talking about. At probably in morning hours on 29th, we had almost 9 crore people.
Yeah,
big, more than probably the population of some of the countries.
Yeah,
and when we talk about that number, and it's continuous influx of people coming in, the faith that moves them to take 25-30 kilometers of travel by foot, not by car, not by anything, but by foot they come, and it's huge number of people coming in. But that faith, and that kind of shows the world why India, which is a home to the oldest religion in the world, Hinduism,
Absolutely.
it is why it is such an important thing. When we spoke to some of the people who came outside India also, and from different parts of country, and they want to be part of this history in the making. So that kind of there is an old saying, the faith moves mountain. We saw that right there in front of our eyes. It was cold in the night. People stayed there because they wanted to take early morning dip, it was chilling, bone-chilling cold,
Yeah, yeah.
and even then people stayed there. So difficult time, and yet that faith made them stay there. That was probably for me was one of the major point.
Wonderful. Akshay, I would like to come to you now. What was your personal experience at Ground Zero in the largest religious gathering on the planet? You were there, covering stories, from Ground Zero. People were coming there. Continuous influx, like Tapas was mentioning. What was your experience?
Well, Tapas has talked about faith. Let me talk about other aspects of MahaKumbh. Not a lot has been talked about this, but one of the most important aspect of MahaKumbh was also the kind of push that it gave to the economy.
Correct.
Not just
Absolutely.
of the state, but the entire country as a whole. For example, MahaKumbh is expected to contribute to about 1% of India's GDP. Now that is a huge number. We're talking about over $26 billion, and that was the estimate that was made earlier, with an estimated number of people coming in when it was about 400 million devotees. But now, as we are seeing, and as MahaKumbh has crossed even that estimation, the number of people have gone well beyond 500 million, and that is why the kind of economy boost that MahaKumbh has given may be well above $30 billion. Now that is a huge number, huge number of people coming in. Economy, digital aspect of MahaKumbh was the unique one. So this MahaKumbh was not just a spiritual gathering, it was also a confluence of not just rivers, holy rivers of Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. It was a confluence of faith, spirituality, economy, and technology as well. So that was one of the most important aspect that Tapas and you in fact will agree with me. In fact,
people talk about the numbers. That so many people they said, how can you determine what's the number? Well, for the first time ever, AI was used to gauge how many people came.
Absolutely.
That's something that we are now getting into that new generation, new world where AI will take over, and AI is
besides
showing
security as well, AI was incorporated.
In fact, I did a story there about the lost and found center. So it's but natural that if 400 million people are expected to gather in a span of about a month
500
and a half,
plus, I would say
500 million now, obviously.
The record has been broken.
There will be certain instances, unfortunately, where people will will get lost. Will probably some of their belongings will get lost.
In fact, we show that in Bollywood movies as well.
Absolutely.
That's
There was a saying,
old saying, you get
people get separated in
MahaKumbh.
That was a problem for centuries.
Yeah.
But this time technology was used, AI, cameras, facial recognition.
Correct.
Social media was used to connect to people. So if you have gotten lost or separated from a family member, your biometric identity will be taken at the lost and found centers, and it will be matched at those technical centers, and your relatives will be found online, and their details will be found, and they will be contacted. For example, if there is a small child, almost everyone has Aadhaar and biometric identity now. So their biometric identity can be taken even if a child is not able to inform them that where their parents are or where they are from. They can be found, their parents can be found, and that is why no such instance was reported.
All right. Now, at MahaKumbh 2025, technology brings the spiritual experience to a global audience in a whole new way, like we were talking about. And at the MahaKumbh Digital Experience Center, visitors were offered an immersive journey into the heart of this massive cultural event. From virtual reality experiences to interactive exhibits, this initiative is blending tradition with innovation like never before. DD India was on the ground, capturing how the center is transforming the way people connect with MahaKumbh. Divine, grand and digital. This is MahaKumbh 2025. I'm here at the Digital MahaKumbh Experience Center in Prayagraj, where tradition meets technology, and everything here says something. Everything here is unique, mind-blowing and phenomenal. The MahaKumbh Experience Center offers a groundbreaking fusion of ancient tradition and cutting-edge technology, allowing visitors to explore the grandeur of the MahaKumbh in an entirely new way. Spanning 60,000 square feet in Sector 3 of the MahaKumbh Mela area, this state-of-the-art digital experience center immerses visitors in the rich cultural and spiritual significance of the Kumbh Mela. With 12 interactive zones featuring advanced technologies like virtual reality, augmented reality, artificial intelligence, holograms and LED displays, the center brings the essence of the Kumbh Mela to vivid life. This innovative experience offers a captivating educational journey through India's timeless cultural heritage, ensuring every visitor leaves with a deepened appreciation for its spiritual legacy. Upon entering the center, visitors are first greeted with a captivating trailer of MahaKumbh Mela projected on a thread of light. The tale of the Samudra Manthan unfolds on a wooden wall designed to resemble an ancient scroll narrating the story through immersive projections. As guests move forward, they are transported to the Yamunotri Glacier, where they can interact with the virtually flowing Yamuna River, causing the water to ripple with simple touch. Incredible experience. You can do Deep Dan by just pressing a button. See this. For all those visiting the MahaKumbh, the Digital Experience Center offers a unique chance to witness ancient stories through a modern lens. Visitors have expressed immense happiness and awe while experiencing the MahaKumbh Experience Center.
I'm totally mesmerized, but at the same time, I think the way the AI and digitalization has been used in this area is extraordinary.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's just you're just getting the culture alive.
The fusion of advanced technology with the spiritual and cultural essence of Kumbh Mela has left many captivated. Many have described the experience as both educational and deeply moving, offering them a fresh perspective on India's timeless cultural and spiritual heritage. The center has truly left a lasting impact on all who visited, sparking a renewed sense of wonder and appreciation. The MahaKumbh Experience Center seamlessly blends tradition and innovation, leaving visitors with a profound connection to India's spiritual legacy. Well, that's the power of AI if used in a constructive manner. Also, my colleague Deepika Mehto took the divine experience of MahaKumbh Mela. She visited different places and reported from ground zero. The event witnessed a lot of youth participation.
One can witness the participation of devotees walking in from all sectors of life, all parts of the world, and the participation of all age groups as well. And interestingly, the Gen Z are feeling a greater and divine connect with the once in 144 years event that brings them here to take the holy dip.
So many youngsters and many people have come here from across the country, and they are really enjoying the facilities being provided at the Arel Ghat. Have you taken the holy snan?
Yes, we have taken the holy snan from here. Yes.
And when we talk about the arrangements here, are you finding it?
Everything is very well managed, and we enjoy a lot here.
You enjoyed it? Yes. And also when we talk about the importance of holy snan, any message that you would like to give to the Gen Z here?
Everyone, please come and take here for bath.
Yes. They've come all the way from Mumbai to take the holy snan, and they really enjoyed it.
The young generation calls this an opportune moment for themselves and express the desire to connect with the higher self.
As this occasion is once in a lifetime moment, the arrangements are very best. It's up to very best. There are so many arrangements. Means see the Swachhata. Lakhs of people are coming here, and not a single piece of dust we can see anywhere. I appreciate the Yogi Sarkar and the Modi Sarkar what they have done for this MahaKumbh Mela.
Not only this, pilgrims and influencers are sharing their vibrant journeys, while content creators highlight the festival's significance.
All arrangements are good. Everybody should visit here, and this is the place where 1 crore plus Hindus meet at one place. I think nobody can match this religion plus.
MahaKumbh, the festival of faith and devotion, provides a perfect opportunity to embrace spiritualism and Indian culture.
facilities, entertainment, security, and the purpose of life. You'll get everything on the various ghats of Prayagraj during the MahaKumbh, the Mega Kumbh Mela 2025.
Let's continue the conversation with our correspondents who are there in studio, Tapas Bhattacharya and Akshay Dongre. Akshay, I would like to come to you this time. You very beautifully highlighted the economic aspect of MahaKumbh Mela. You know, when I also went personally there, I saw from small vendors to the big shop owners, everyone is using UPI payment.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, and it makes it feasible for both.
Yep.
For the customers as well, for the devotees who are coming at Kumbh Mela from all walks of life, and for the shop owners as well. Tell us about the UPI, you know, how you personally witnessed people paying through UPI and how, you know, the shopkeepers are receiving these payments from UPI and both are happy.
Well, India has already set an example in front of the whole world.
Yeah.
The number of digital payment that take place in India is incomparable to any other country in the world. We are at number one. First thing is that. Same thing was replicated at MahaKumbh as well. The entire country was using UPI, that is the digital form of payment, so you don't have to worry about carrying cash to that crowded area. Just have to take your cell phone. You don't even need to carry your wallet. Yes, everyone was taking UPI, everyone was taking digital money.
And we were having food. Remember, we were tired. We wanted to stop. I mean, that was a small time tea stall. We had some sort of food.
From 10 rupees tea to
exactly.
1,000 rupee room of 5,000 rupees, could buy anything. And talking about the economic aspect, every single rupee spent at MahaKumbh was circulating 7 times.
Wow,
that was the
that's
estimated estimation of the government. In fact, the latest data is suggesting that the number of the total devotees by the end of MahaKumbh may well be above 600 million people. Now that is higher than the population of all the countries except China and India.
Tapas was just mentioning that.
Exactly.
I mean, the number of people who come in MahaKumbh, the population is much bigger than many of the countries, European countries.
The whole thing was set up. This is a new district altogether. Everything was set up.
Yes,
And I will come to that point. It was a temporary city, and you know what? One of the most important digital aspect was about Google Maps, and for the first time ever, Google Maps included a temporary city. This was Prayagraj city into their database.
Amazing.
1.5 lakh, which is 150,000 tents were set up.
Okay.
The entire span of area was 4,000 hectares. So everything was managed. There was 30 pontoon bridges that were built. Hundreds of stalls. Proper hygiene was maintained as far as food is concerned, so everything was managed. And besides the Indian tourists, Indian pilgrims and devotees who were there were over 150,000 foreign tourists as well.
Amazing.
Who had come here.
Yeah, definitely. There's no doubt about
that kind of push you towards the religious tourism. Prime Minister also talked about that. You need to have religious tourism. You need to push the boundaries. This is kind of laying the path away how next Kumbhs can be done. How you can have a circular economy.
I want to add another thing as far as this MahaKumbh and economy is concerned. So all of the development that have happened are not temporary. Railway bridges have been built, airport facilities have been improved, 400 kilometer roads have been built for MahaKumbh, and these are going to be temporary. No, they are going to be permanent structures. They are going to boost the economy of Prayagraj, of Uttar Pradesh, hundreds of kilometers of roads, several bridges, railway station facilities, tourism facilities.
All in all, I mean, it's enhancing the infrastructure of Prayagraj, and this is an event, I keep talking about it, that it is one kind of an event which is being talked internationally. I mean, it has grabbed international eyeballs as well. Tapas, now Akshay talked about hygiene and sanitation, something which is being talked about in the entire country, not just in the country, but in the entire world. Devotees who are coming here, doesn't matter from India or from, foreign countries, they are talking about the kind of hygiene and sanitation. They are just amazed by that.
Well, you had, temporary toilets that were built, and we saw that on the banks, people who were taking bath and not just toilet, changing rooms. And there were then the carts. There were, for women, if you want to change, if you want to feed someone, all the facilities were provided on the cart, and that's something. And also managing that, you have to understand. 8 crore people, 9 crore people coming one day. There's a new district that was created. You mentioned that Google, came out and mapped the whole area, identified the area, and actually it helped us. We were also struggling. We don't know where to go about at that time.
But you turn on the Google Maps and
Everything will
you
be
can
there.
reach.
Yeah.
And Siddharth, one more aspect, perhaps a very important one, was about the local economy as well. So the vendors who used to probably earn 500 rupees per day were earning 10,000, 20,000.
Amazing.
Many of these people were students. Many of these people were have ambitions of studying, but they could not because of financial restraints. So many people I personally interviewed claim that the money that they're earning from here, they will use for rebuilding their homes, they will use for continuing their education, and they will also contribute to economy at large as well.
Millions attended the MahaKumbh Mela and took dip in Triveni Sangam, the holy confluence of River Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. This mega gathering not just strengthened the local economy like Akshay was just mentioning, but national as well. Here's a report.
15-year-old Seva is selling Rudraksh beads on the banks of Ganga River at the MahaKumbh in Prayagraj. Resident of Jabalpur, her family has travelled over 300 kilometers to Prayagraj for the lucrative economic opportunities presented by the gargantuan religious congregation. She says her income has risen multifold as her sales of the beads have skyrocketed here.
ज्यादा भीड़ आती है तो 10-15-20 हजार मिल जाता है और अभी तो 5-6 हजार मिल गया।
यहाँ की बात कर रहे हैं आप? तो ज्यादा भीड़ आती है तो कितनी आमदनी हो जा रही है आपकी?
10-15-20 हजार मिल जाता है।
तो जो ये आमदनी हुई है इससे आप क्या प्लान है, क्या करेंगे?
पढ़ाई करेंगे जाके।
22-year-old Neeraj has set up a tea shop on the banks of Triveni Sangam, the holy confluence of Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati rivers. He says MahaKumbh has boosted his sales and he will be using the money earned to study further. For small businesses like Neeraj's, the Kumbh is a lifeline. Over 15,000 temporary shops have sprung up, generating 1,200 crores or $150 million in local revenue. From street food to spiritual souvenirs, the informal economy thrives. The Uttar Pradesh government has invested over $550 million in infrastructure, roads, bridges, 24/7 power and sanitation.
It will also present a unique economic opportunities not just for the locals but to the entire country, which will not only boost the local infrastructure but will also contribute to the national economy of the country. With camera person Radhakrishna, I'm Akshay Dongre, DD India.
All right, now very quickly, Tapas and Akshay, one by one, how would you define your MahaKumbh experience?
Well, amazing. I would say history was made, and we were lucky that Doordarshan gave us the chance to be part of that.
Absolutely.
And this is an unforgettable experience. As a journalist, you want to be part of history.
Yeah.
We saw history in the making.
And Akshay?
Well, we dream of making India a developed economy by 2047, and I think MahaKumbh is going to be one catalyst which is going to lead to several such events that will make that dream possible.
All right, with this, thank you so much, both of you gentlemen, for joining me today in the studio. And as the curtains fall on MahaKumbh 2025, the echoes of faith, devotion and tradition continue to resonate. From the sacred depths in the Ganga to the digital innovations redefining the experience, this grand spectacle has once again showcased the soul of India. Through our in-depth coverage, DD India brought you stories that captured the essence of MahaKumbh, from the transformative digital experience center to the selfless service of community kitchens and the cultural initiatives enriching the pilgrimage. As millions depart with renewed faith, the spirit of MahaKumbh remains eternal, reminding us of the timeless unity in diversity that defines India. Thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Triveni Sangam to
25 in Prayagraj, and this is the largest.
River Ganga, River Yamuna and Saraswati.
No one sleeps hungry.
No in Prayagraj, and this is the largest.